Did you know that 21,502 people fled from the country last year? Did you also know that people are living in small apartments with more or two families in one? This speech is about the EBO law, and I will argue for this so-called problem according to the Swedish government. Refugees who apply to asylum here in Sweden may choose between EBO, their own accommodation, or they may choose accommodation organized by the migration agency. Today, almost 85% of the new arrivals are arranging their own homes, which leads to a large concentration in small areas, such as Södertälje or Malmö. The politicians' reactions to the large refugee collections in these places are usually similar, and it is that the towns are being cramped. That the homeowner for the asylum seekers results in a crowded housing and moreover increased segregation in the society. But it is a problem to blame the EBO as a cause of segregation. Because regardless of whether the refugees live in their own home or accommodation arranged by the migration agency, we Swedes will always have a feel hostility towards them. Oh fuck. We are afraid of the other people, and we are afraid of innocent people that come to our country. Stereotypes in our society portrays these innocent people as some dangerous species or something. And instead of enabling successful integration, we are completely excluding them from the society. EBO itself is not the problem, but how it's applied in our society. It is about structural problems and such as racism. Therefore, I think that all counties must take responsibility and receive people in need, because it is clear that some areas become crowded when not all counties are willing to cooperate. Active work towards integrating all new arrivals, is also an important part to make it work. Measures such as investing in language training, as well as society's treatment of people from different backgrounds, are some of the most important factors. But we just can't wait for the politicians to do all the work for us. We as Swedish citizens also have to take responsibility to strive for a society that is pleasant to everyone. Something as simple as going to a language cafe, which is something most libraries nearby offer, can increase integration. It is like a feast with mixed participants, with people who already know Swedish and want to improve their Swedish language. And let us not forget what the EBO really means for many new arrivals. After all misery, it allows people who lost everything from their home to large parts of their family to be reunited with something that reminds them of their home. And I can even imagine how it feels to come to a new country with everything from culture to language, and the different people are different. Because so many people have no choice but to escape, and then to deny them the chance to feel a kind of affinity in our country like Sweden, which is incredibly different from other countries, is for me inhuman. And yes, I do not deny the overcrowding it has resulted in, but therefore the politicians must increase the number of safe accommodation that exists, so that people are not forced to have black rental contracts. So do not increase housing rents, but have all people's different conditions in mind. So in summary, the EBO doesn't have to be a problem, but that is of course how we make it. EBO can help many new arrivals find themselves and feel the affinity they need in the new country. And as it has resulted in the past, it hasn't resulted in the same way. Without us having to fight, we must fight for a community in our country, as we must fight for all people, not just here in Sweden. Thank you.